The space race of the billionaires. A new era of space exploration? The world is witnessing a new space race, but this time it's not between nations, but billionaires. The likes of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson are leading the charge in the space exploration industry, and they're doing it with their own money. With impressive visions of colonizing Mars, mining asteroids, and launching commercial space flights, these billionaires are redefining the possibilities of space exploration. This new era of space exploration is not only exciting but also raises some critical questions about the future of space travel, economic benefits, and the role of private companies in space exploration. In this video, we'll explore the motivations and aspirations of these billionaire space entrepreneurs and the impact they could have on the future of space exploration. 1. A brief history of space exploration. Space exploration has been a fascinating topic for centuries. The earliest recorded instance of humans looking up into the sky and wondering about the universe was in ancient times. But it wasn't until the 20th century that space exploration became a reality. The Soviet Union, in 1957, launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, into orbit. This triggered the beginning of the space race between the Soviet Union and the United States. The United States launched its first satellite, Explorer 1, in 1958, and soon the two countries were competing to put humans in space. In 1961, Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet cosmonaut, became the first human to orbit the Earth. Just a month later, the United States sent its first astronaut, Alan Shepard, into space. This was followed by President John F. Kennedy's announcement in 1961 that the United States would land a man on the moon before the end of the decade. Apollo 11, launched by NASA in 1969, fulfilled that promise when Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to walk on the moon. Since then, space exploration has continued, with the construction of the International Space Station, the launch of the Hubble Space Telescope, and unmanned missions to explore our solar system and beyond. Now, a new era of space exploration seems to be on the horizon, with billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson investing in space travel and colonization. With private companies leading the way, it remains to be seen what the future holds for space exploration. 2. The new players in the space race. Gone are the days when space exploration was limited to just a handful of countries around the world. With the emergence of billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson, a new era of space exploration has dawned upon us. These individuals are not only investing their wealth but also their intellect and vision to make space exploration a reality. Elon Musk's SpaceX is leading the way with its reusable rockets and ambitious plans to colonize Mars. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin is focused on reusable rockets and space tourism. Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic is also focused on space tourism, with the aim of taking passengers on suborbital flights. What's interesting about these new players in the space race is that they approach space exploration not just as a government initiative but as a commercial endeavor. They are focused on creating a sustainable business model that can make space exploration financially viable in the long run. These new players have also brought in a fresh perspective to the space race. They are not bogged down by bureaucratic procedures and have a more agile approach to space exploration. With competition heating up, we can expect more innovation and breakthroughs in the field of space exploration in the coming years. 3. The motivation behind the billionaires' space race. The motivation behind the billionaires' space race can be varied and complex. For some, it is a passion for space exploration and a desire to push the limits of human knowledge and understanding. For others, it is a desire to achieve fame and recognition on a global scale. And for many, it is a combination of both. One key motivation for the billionaires' space race is the commercial potential of space exploration. With the increasing demand for satellite technology, communication systems, and other space-related services, the potential for profit in the space industry is huge. By investing in space exploration and technology, these billionaires are positioning themselves at the forefront of what could be a new era of space-based commerce. Another important motivation is the desire to reduce our dependence on Earth's limited resources. With climate change and other environmental issues becoming more pressing, the idea of establishing colonies on other planets or mining resources from asteroids is becoming increasingly attractive. By investing in space exploration, these billionaires are hoping to make a significant contribution to the future of humanity and the planet. Finally, the space race of the billionaires is also a reflection of the changing role of private enterprise in society. With governments around the world cutting back on funding for space programs, private enterprise is now stepping in to fill the gap. And with the resources and expertise of some of the world's wealthiest individuals behind them, the potential for innovation and progress in space exploration is greater than ever before. 4. Can private companies replace government agencies in space exploration? The question of whether private companies can replace government agencies in space exploration is a complex one. While private companies have made significant advancements in space exploration, it is unlikely that they will entirely replace government agencies such as NASA. Government agencies have access to resources that private companies do not, such as significant funding and the ability to mobilize a large number of people and resources quickly. Additionally, government agencies have a long history of space exploration and have developed a significant amount of expertise in the field. However, private companies have advantages of their own. They are often more agile and able to move more quickly than government agencies. They can also focus on specific areas of space exploration that may be of particular interest to them, rather than having to follow a broader mandate. Ultimately, it is likely that both government agencies and private companies will continue to play important roles in space exploration. Government agencies will continue to focus on broader exploration and research goals, while private companies will focus on commercial opportunities such as satellite launches and space tourism. Together, they will drive the next era of space exploration forward. 5. The challenges of commercial space exploration. While private space exploration is exciting and has the potential to revolutionize the space industry, it also comes with its fair share of challenges. One of the biggest obstacles is the cost of space exploration. It takes billions of dollars to develop and launch a spacecraft, and private companies have to foot the bill themselves. This means that there is always a risk that the investment may not pay off. Another challenge is the lack of experience in the private space industry. While NASA and other space agencies have decades of experience and expertise, private companies are relatively new to the game. This means that they may face setbacks and failures that could delay their progress or even lead to the loss of life. Furthermore, there are legal and regulatory issues to consider. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 governs space exploration and prohibits nations from claiming sovereignty over celestial bodies, but it is unclear how this applies to private companies. There are also concerns about debris, as the increasing number of satellites and spacecraft in orbit could create a hazard for future missions. Finally, there are ethical considerations. With private companies driving space exploration, there is a risk that profit motives will outweigh scientific research and exploration. There are also concerns about the impact of space tourism on the environment and the potential for exploitation of resources in space. Despite these challenges, many believe that the benefits of private space exploration outweigh the risks. It has the potential to drive innovation, create new industries, and inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers. As long as private companies continue to work with governments and adhere to ethical and regulatory guidelines, the future of commercial space exploration looks bright. Conclusion: a new era of space exploration or a passing fad? So, what can we conclude from the ongoing space race of the billionaires? Is it a new era of space exploration or just a passing fad? Well, it's hard to say for sure. On one hand, the amount of money being invested by billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson is unprecedented. They are not only investing their personal fortunes but also their company's resources into making space exploration and tourism more accessible and affordable. On the other hand, the challenges and risks involved in space exploration are still immense. Even with the latest technology and resources, accidents and setbacks can happen, as we have seen in recent years. It's also worth noting that space travel is still a luxury that only the wealthy can afford. It's not something that will be accessible to the masses anytime soon. Nevertheless, the fact that the space race is happening at all is exciting and inspiring. It's a reminder of the human spirit of exploration and discovery, and the potential for great things to happen when we push the boundaries of what we know. In conclusion, whether the space race of the billionaires results in a new era of space exploration or not, it's worth celebrating the fact that we live in a time when such ambitious and creative minds are pushing the limits of what's possible. Who knows what discoveries and breakthroughs may come out of this new era of space exploration? Only time will tell. We hope you enjoyed our video on the space race of the billionaires and the potential for a new era of space exploration. With private companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic leading the way, it's becoming increasingly clear that the future of space travel and exploration will be led by the private sector. The competition between these billionaires has brought a new level of excitement and innovation to the field, and we can't wait to see what they accomplish next. Keep an eye on these companies and their progress in the coming years. Who knows? Maybe space travel will become a reality for the general public sooner than we think.